What's up? This is Ashley with Tuff Media, and you are now watching The Check-In.
On today's show, we are checking in on Vidal Guzman, Fix the 13 campaign leader and Harlem's very own social justice warrior.
And so we're here today for the Fix 13 campaign. So can you just tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, this campaign is led by directly impacted people, organizations, and supporters that support making sure that we end the loophole in the 13th Amendment as set for a punishment for a crime. That let legal slavery still happening in our prison system by coercing incarcerated people, not just in their labor, but in vocational. And what happens is that when people's rights get taken away, if someone denies from being coerced, let's say someone gets coerced and say, hey, I don't want to take this job because that's not the skills that I've been built on. I want to keep building on, let's say, example, porter, and I want to take these porter skills outside. A correctional officer can say to you like, hey, we don't have that, and we're going to put you in a mess hall. And you can deny and say, hey, like, that's not what I want to do and build on. And they can say, oh, you're denying work? So that's an example that how forced labor works in our prison system. And, you know, I was an individual that survived legal slavery. I understood what it means to be coerced and forced in not just my labor, but my vocational. And this campaign is leading the conversation around making sure that we end legal slavery by ending coercion and force from happening and getting incarcerated people minimum wage for their labor. And the most important part is fighting for incarcerated people to have the ability to join and create unions while they're incarcerated, to have bargaining power.
For those who may not be 100% familiar with the amendments, what exactly is the loophole in our 13th Amendment?
You should see the documentary called The 13th. You know what I'm saying? It talks about the loophole as set for a punishment for a crime. When slavery was supposed to be abolished under the 13th Amendment, it actually is reformed. That is set for punishment for a crime gave South states the abilities to use that loophole to create the Jim Crow, to create convict leasing, and to create what we have now, 1.8 million people incarcerated. And we know that someone right now is having the experience to be coerced and forced in their labor and vocational. We have to stop that. So we got to put people in the right skills so they return back to society, and put people in the right skills so they can build on those skills that they've already been building on and not returning to incarceration.
Absolutely. And lastly, can you just tell us a bit about what we're doing here today with Fix the 13?
Yeah, we did some filming. It's very important to educate the community about what's the campaign about, but also it's very important for us to directly impact the people to be in the front telling the way that we want to say, and also being the one that's leading the conversation with the video. So today we shot the video of the campaign to be introduced to New Yorkers who are living in New York or even upstate to learn about the campaign, and hopefully this get people very active to be a part of the campaign, but also hold their elected official accountable and force our governor to understand that it's time for New York to join the movement in this country to end legal slavery.
Dope. Thank you so much for your time. And this is Ashley again. You're watching The Check-In.